Hey, it's Dana from Opt Out Life, bringing you a fresh side gig idea. Maybe you've heard Nate and I talking about this idea of Craigslist arbitrage. I knew this guy once that would buy video games for cheap, turn around and sell them on eBay for more. So he's buying on Craigslist, selling on eBay. This little arbitrage opportunity has not gone away. I'm not sure about video games, but there are hundreds of different things that you can find cheap, whether it's at swap meets and garage sales, estate sales, or on Craigslist and OfferUp, and turn around and sell those for more on eBay and make yourself hundreds of dollars a month, and in some cases thousands of dollars a month, with a side gig that doesn't require any skill at all. Now I'm going to take you through the steps one by one in a screen capture here, and we're going to walk through how to make this side gig what you need it to be to make money in your life.
All right, hey, so we're back in the Opt Out Life studio, and I want to talk you through some of the practical mechanics of trying to figure out how to do this eBay Craigslist arbitrage that I've been telling you about. So what I've done is I've opened my computer and I've gone to Craigslist, and I just figure we'll start with something simple like golf clubs. And so I did some searches. If you take a look here, I was looking for a particular tailor-made club that I thought would be a good example, and I found this whole set of clubs here for $175. Now when I click on this, this might be someone who's a dealer. I could probably find a better deal than this, but I'm just trying to show you that just about anything that you find on Craigslist, you can also find on eBay, and then you can compare prices. So you don't actually have to go buy this on Craigslist. The first part of learning how to arbitrage is to watch the market. So pick something, pick a few things, and start watching them on Craigslist. See how long they take to sell. See if people drop their prices. Start looking specifically at items that you would have an interest in buying on Craigslist, and then go see if you can find them on eBay. So here down at the bottom you can see there's a list right here of the things. So I'm going to take a look for this nickel-dent 4DX driver on eBay. So when I go search eBay for this particular driver, you can see there's a lot of people selling this for $34 to $80, somebody at $89. And you can check out each of these and determine, are there a lot of people watching it? Does it seem like they're selling for that particular price? And try to get a sense of whether people are buying this product or not. So, for example, if this sells for $79, then you can make a list of all of these Craigslisted golf clubs right here. So you put the nickel dent in your spreadsheet, and you put the Adams GT5 wood and the Adams Idea 3 hybrid. So you take each one of these, and then you've got the irons from 4 to pitching wedge, you've got a sand wedge, you've got the putter. So you go through with each one of these and you find each one in eBay. And you put an approximate price. I mean, if the product is available on here for $33 to $80, you might check and see what some of these are charging for shipping as well, because sometimes someone might sell it for $80 with free shipping. Someone might sell for $33 and charge $20 for shipping. So be smart about this and try and figure out what the price is. And that's going to help you understand, if you were to buy this entire set of clubs on Craigslist and turn around and break it up and sell them as individual parts on eBay, what you might get for it. So here you have the shipping is $8, the product is $33, it's used in fair condition, and that's your comp. So you want to put that in your spreadsheet. Then you'd want to go back and find out, what else have we got here? Well, we got irons, 4 to pitching wedge. We got a set of irons here, Lynx Black Hat, 2 irons, 3 to pitching wedge. They're asking $119, they're charging $20 in shipping. It probably will cost $20 to ship that set, so you figure about $100 to $120, you might be able to get that. So now you're at 33 plus 120. You're getting pretty close to the purchase price here for this whole set at $175, and you haven't even priced the Adams wood, the Adams hybrid, the sand wedge, the putter, and the bag. So by the time you add all those up, you're hoping that you make $75 to $100 on this purchase. So what you'd be doing is buying the golf clubs and going and picking them up on Craigslist. $175 out of pocket, no shipping. You make a trip over, you buy this, maybe you negotiate a better price when you've got cash in hand, and then you take those and you list them over here on eBay individually, and you sell them and you make a profit from it. Why is this possible? Well, eBay is a national or even an international market, depending on whether you're willing to ship overseas. And Craigslist is a local market, so there's a smaller market selling into a larger market. There's an arbitrage opportunity. Golf clubs is just one idea. I've talked to people that have done this with video games. I've talked to people that have done this with vacuum cleaners. So if you can conceive of a product that you have an interest in, that you want to put a little bit of time into learning about and trying to determine what the value is, start doing this experimentation first. Watch and learn, right? Start tracking these and see what you can do. It doesn't mean you have to start dropping money right away. Try and find a niche where you think you can make a profit that's significant, 50 to 100%. All right, so what are you going to do next? Once you have searched that out, when you're ready to go, you're going to actually buy the product. You're going to open yourself an account on eBay. How do you do that? Well, you click the sell button at the top right of the ebay.com account, right? So if you want to be a seller, you create a seller account. So in this particular case, we'd want to sign in, and instead of signing in, we'd create an account. If you don't have an eBay account, you've been living under a rock for the last 15 years, create an account and you can become a seller really quick and easy. Instead of walking you through all this, I'm just going to assume that you can walk through each of the screens, sign up for your seller account. Now, here's the thing. Once you have an account as a seller, you're going to be building a business. You're going to be building a reputation. So once you have this account, you're going to want to be really diligent about running this like a business. You're going to want to deliver quick and on time. You want to have people give you high star ratings for the product and the delivery and the response rate. The more you do this, the more quickly your products will sell, because there will be some reputation. People will trust you when it comes to running your eBay store. And on the buyer side, what else can you do to get more inventory besides Craigslist? Well, one of the tricks you can do is you can actually watch the products that you want specifically on apps that allow you to tap into Craigslist's RSS feed. I use Craig's Plus, C Plus actually is what it's called. I think there was a trademark problem with Craigslist C Plus Pro, and you can put keywords into that through your phone, and it will trigger an alert when products come up with that keyword. You might watch a broad keyword like golf clubs, but you also might watch TaylorMade or Cobra or Titleist if you're selling golf clubs. And then you're going to get an alert when someone lists the product, and that way you can be the first to jump in there and respond, figure out if it's a product you want, and go buy it. There are also ways to get alerts with Craigslist through desktop ads. So right now we're just going to go look for one of those apps. And you can see there are a bunch of videos that tell you how to get an RSS notification on Craigslist searches from CNET. Basically, whether you use an app or a tool that watches these feeds, this is a way that Craigslist syndicates the new updates that come in, and you can watch that. So what I've done here is I've done a search for RSS feed Craigslist, and we're looking for how do you watch feeds on Craigslist. There's actually a great tutorial from CNET that you could watch right here. My mouse is over that. Check that out. But also, there's a really good article that comes up that's in Quora that's how to get feeds from search in Craigslist. And so if you click that, you get a great answer in Quora that actually has a graphic that says that, here's the RSS. And you'll want an app to watch this feed. It's not built into Craigslist, unfortunately, but Craigslist licenses this feed out to software that will help watch it. So you download software that you want. Feedly is a popular one that's referenced here in the Quora article. So you'd basically sign up for Feedly. You would tell Feedly what the searches that you want to watch are, and then you're going to get an alert that tells you, hey, there's a Titleist golf club that's just been listed on Craigslist. This is a competitive advantage so that you can get first to those non-dealer people that are listing a product on Craigslist. And that's pretty important because the cheaper you buy it, the more profit you're going to make. So you want to be in there first. So you want to be watching Craigslist. How else besides that? Swap meet. Swap meet, early bird gets the worm. You don't want to be there after the dealers have already swept through, because the game is you want to buy from a garage sale or someone who showed up with the stuff from their garage. They're just liquidating. They'll sell golf club sets for $10 or $20, and there will be dealers that will go by earlier in the morning. They'll buy those cheap, and they'll be selling them at the same swap meet for double or triple the price the same day. So you want to get to the swap meet early and get those products, and you don't want to sell them at the swap meet. You want to take them to an international market like eBay. Garage sales and estate sales are also a great source for finding the kinds of products that you can buy cheap from someone who's just getting rid of it and turn around and sell it for a lot more on eBay. And in some cases, if it's a big thing, you might actually buy it at a garage sale or at the swap meet or at an estate sale or at a thrift store. And don't sell it on eBay because it's too big to ship. Sell that on Craigslist. So now you're taking an arbitrage from buying something that you've purchased cheap at a garage sale that's too bulky to ship, and you're selling that on Craigslist. And why is that? Well, because 20 or 30 people come by the garage sale, but the local market on Craigslist is much larger. So again, your arbitrage opportunity is from a very small market to a much larger market, and that can be going from a garage sale to reselling on Craigslist in the very same community. All right, a couple of other great tips. How are you going to find products? Once you specialize in a niche, go on back to Craigslist, run a want ad. So you can say to people, wanted. Okay, so over at Craigslist.com again, go for sale, down the bottom right, you see it says wanted. I'm gonna click on that. So here's things other people are asking for there. These are the wanted. You'll run a want ad, for example, for golf clubs. Will pay cash for golf clubs, hit me up. If you run that and renew it every few days, then when someone's thinking about how much they might sell their golf clubs for, they're going to be searching for golf clubs. They'll come up with your ad that says you buy them, and maybe they'll just bypass the listing altogether and hit you up. So it's a great way to get the product that you want. How else? How about the flyers that you post at the local coffee shop? You can make a flyer, put little tear-offs with the phone number or an email at the bottom and say, I buy golf clubs. Put your email, make a special email account just for this so that you don't get spammed, and post that with a stapler all over the coffee shops in your town. All right, one last thing. How else can you play this arbitrage? You can add value. So if there's something that you can do to improve the product, so you could buy broken golf clubs, and then you can even say on Craigslist, we'll buy broken golf clubs. And if you've got a means to repair those inexpensively, then you can add value by buying something that needs work and then turn around and sell that for more on Craigslist or eBay. So again, if you are on Craigslist and you're buying somebody's broken something and you're adding value by repairing it, you might resell that on Craigslist, but you also could list it on eBay and probably again get a broader margin. And repurposing. I've known people that take old things and repurpose them, whether it's taking, I know a guy that takes old beer bottles and cuts them into glasses that you'd pour beer into. But you could take old lamps and repurpose those, old clocks and repurpose those. I know people that take old clocks with the mechanics that are broken, pull the mechanics out, put a quartz movement in with a battery, and now you have a fully functional clock that's got modern movements but is aesthetically pleasing. Those internal movements are a couple dollars, and so you could basically be repurposing an old clock and then reselling that on eBay or Craigslist. All right, so I hope that was really helpful, and you can start experimenting and learning with how to do Craigslist to eBay arbitrage.
All right, so now you've got a fresh side gig idea. We've given you the specifics on how to do it, and there's no real excuse to not get into it and start taking action right now. But here's the thing. Maybe you're not comfortable doing that on your own. Nate and I are here to help you. That's what the Opt Out Life is about. Get over to optoutlife.com right now and let us get involved.